If you want a copy of my book, The Speculator's Mosaic, you can find that on Amazon. There are some people, such as the International Energy Agency, the IEA, that think that crude oil will go down from its current relatively low prices, around $58 a barrel, to even lower levels, in part because they will be successful in convincing people who are going to use less crude oil as they, positive in switching to Lord knows what, solar energy, et cetera, and by reducing the demand for oil can push the prices down even more. And I say officially humbug. I think the other thing is going on. I think oil prices are attractive, and I recommend on a commodity basis buying crude oil futures. And why is that? Well, I think perhaps the most important reason is that we will have continued demand growth for crude oil. By contrast, the current low prices will tend to restrict the supply. You can see that from the latest information I've read about the Permian Basin in the United States, which is, I believe, 6-7 million barrels a day of crude oil comes from the Permian Basin. And I read that because of the low price, the $58 per barrel current price, because of that low price, what is happening is that the people who are drilling the wells in the Permian looking for more new oil or shale oil or natural gas are down from the number of wells they were drilling in 2024, something down like 30%, which is going to tend to mean that the production levels from the Permian will be declining significantly. Could be enough to cause a spike in oil. And remember that crude oil a couple of years ago was selling at more than double the current price, well over $100 a barrel. And so despite the warnings from the IEA, why I think that it's a good time to buy not only futures in crude oil, but also consider some of the stocks. I continue to be positive, for example, on PUMP, which is one of the big companies servicing the Permian. And so don't listen to the IEA. Consider listening to us here at the Occasional Speculator. I recently have noticed that we've had significant increase in the number of subscribers. So we want to thank you for your interest. And because there seems to be some continuing speech restrictions going on with some of the platforms, you may want to come to one of our other platforms that may have more information that we can share with you than what you're seeing now.